This was a face when Carolina Hurricanes scored in double overtime to take this series from the Washington Capitals 4-3. My NHL playoff bracket is in complete shambles. I got one team right. One series correct. Just one. And that was, which one was that? And that was the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights. And that could have just as easily gone the other way. I was going back and forth on which team I was going to pick. And I think only last minute that I finally switched it from Vegas to the Sharks. Even though, Sharks and their goaltending is iffy, blah, blah, blah. But wow! I don't think there's anyone who's won the Cup who's in the playoffs now, besides Boston, in the last 9 years, since 2010, I want to say. Because, Pittsburgh's out, Washington's out, Chicago and LA didn't make the playoffs. Wow. And I want to say for the most part, the finalists are out as well, because I could be wrong on that one, because last year's Vegas was the finalist. They're out now. The year before that, and the 2 years before that, it was, I can't remember if it was Nashville or San Jose or Nashville, but Nashville's out, and I'm trying to think of any other finalist. Maybe Anaheim. In any case, wow, holy cow. It's not like, listen, Carolina was a wild card. Who saw this coming? Not me, not a lot of people, I don't think. And I think Washington maybe took them a bit for granted. Felt a little bit entitled even in this game at points, because they were ahead 2 goals twice in this game, and they gave up the lead. The scoring was similar to that of the Maple Leaf Bruins last night, with the only difference being Carolina came back to win the game and the Leafs did not. But I guess I'm a little bummed that the storyline would have been cool to see Washington go up against its former coach in Barry Trotz against the New York Islanders, who've been sitting resting for about a week or so now. And how are the Washington fans feel about the Washington Capitals owner letting Barry Trotz walk to the Islanders and not just giving him his money? Is that a direct result? And now you're out of the first round. I wonder what they're going to be saying in the papers in Washington. In any case, let's get to the story. Let's get to the story. Let's get to the score. Let's get to the score story. First period, Burakovsky, gets his first of the playoffs unassisted, and then Capitals then go ahead 2-0. Wilson on a beautiful pass from Ovechkin. He just undressed Hamilton at the blue line. He dipsy-doodled. He did a little toe drag. Beautiful pass to Wilson, who just slapped it in the top corner. Gorgeous goal. Probably a highlight of the game there. That was also assisted by Orlov. Second period. Carolina's got some life here. And it's shorthanded. It's shorthanded. Aho gets a second of the series, assisted by Pesce and Slavin. Pesce and Slavin played I want to say close to 40 minutes in this game, and they're both amazing. Especially Pesce, I want to say. Defensively, he was fantastic. Washington goes ahead by 2 goals again. Now it's 3-1 on a goal from Kuznetsov, who does his bird flapping dance, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I know he does it for his daughter and everything, but I still don't think the other team really appreciates it. And it feeds them fuel and makes them angry to get back on the ice. It's kind of like poking the bear. That goal was assisted by Hagelin, who had a pretty decent playoffs for them, for Washington as well, this being his third team this year, going from Pittsburgh to LA to the Capitals. And then before the second period is out, the Carolina makes it 3-2. Interesting. Teravainen gets his third of the playoffs, assisted by Pesce and McGinn. We go into the third. You could see the momentum switching. Boom. Stahl gets his third of the series in the third period, assisted by Slavin, and it's a tie game. And now you could just feel it. You feel it in the air. You could just sense that this Carolina was going to win this game, because you don't blow two goal leads like that and walk away with the win, because the hockey gods are watching. And in the second overtime, I want to say around 11 minutes in or so, McGinn gets his second of the series, assisted by Justin Williams, the captain, who kind of just throws it on net, and it gets deflected by McGinn and in. Holtby had no chance on it. He had a decent game. That was also assisted by Slavin, and there you have it. Just boom. Yeah. Let's look at the shots. First period, 10-10 apiece. Second period, 9 apiece. Third period, Capitals outshoot the Carolina Hurricanes, maybe because they sense their impending doom. They outshoot them 12-5. And then overtime, the story gets flipped. It starts to become a war of attrition here. You can see Carolina's got more legs. They outshoot the Capitals 11-4 in the first OT, and in the second OT they outshoot them 7-2. They basically spent most of the time in the Washington zone. Holtby did all he could, and the total shots for the game were 42-37 for the Carolina Hurricanes. Some team stats here. Face-offs were 47-33 for the Capitals, which is odd because I regurgitate this a lot, but the Capitals were the worst face-off team during the regular season. And they won this one pretty handily over the Canes. So we'll see how that fares for Carolina against the New York Islanders, who play a really strict defensive game. Power play. Washington goes 0 for 3. You can't do that. How do you do that with those kind of weapons? Kuznetsov and Ovechkin and Backstrom and Wilson and even Burakovsky. I guess TJ Oshie was out. They could have really used him in this game. Carolina goes 0 for 1 on the power play. Hits were 60-43 for the Hurricanes. Giveaways were 12-7 for the Washington. That isn't a good thing. Takeaways were 10-7 for the Carolina Hurricanes, and the block shots were 29-13 for Washington. Yeah, I guess I'm still a little stunned myself. Let's talk about the 3 stars. First star, Carolina's double overtime goal scorer, McGinn, who gets 1 goal and 1 assist on the game. He's a +1. He also plays just over 25 minutes, just under 26 minutes of ice time. Second star is Jordan Staal, who scored the tying goal, and his plus-minus is even in this one. He plays just over 28 minutes. And the third star goes to Burakovsky, who gets 1 goal. He's a +1. And plays just over 22 minutes in ice time. I would love to hear what you have to say about this game, about how you think not having Oshie might have affected the Capitals, about not having Trotz now in hindsight, how that may have affected their game. Did they act entitled? And allowing, Carolina to come back and win this when they, not only in this game, but when they could have taken it in Game 6 as well. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit like if you like this video. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you happen to have any Hockey Geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.